Mary Ellen Mark was an American photographer best known for her work in photographing diverse cultures, people who were commonly seen as outcasts of society, or people who were in unfortunate areas and situations. She often spent extended periods of time with her subjects in order to more deeply connect with and understand them, so that she could capture the most meaningful images possible. Mary Ellen Mark earned a master's degree in photojournalism in 1963 from the University of Pennsylvania and continued her photojournalism career up until she passed away in 2015. She has photographed people all over the world with a unique ability to capture intimate moments of a wide range of people. Her first book was published in 1974 and was called Passport, which contained photographs she took from 1963 to 1973 and features images from her travels through many countries such as Turkey, India, Spain, England, France, Ireland, Iran, Mexico, Algeria, Niger, and Nepal, and represents a large variation of subjects, including street performers, religious observers, disabled people, addicts, and people of all different ages. While all of the photographs in this book are meaningful, I wanted to highlight this particular image of a little girl walking in Belfast, Ireland in 1972 titled Belfast Girl. The black and white photo captures a fleeting yet powerful moment of a young girl walking briskly and looking down as she passes by a soldier who's standing guard. The soldier, who seems to ignore her presence, holds a large rifle. The two subjects have a sharp contrast between them, as the soldier seems relaxed and confident with a weapon, while the girl has a vulnerable, hurried demeanor. The angle of the photograph helps to convey this contrast as it is looking down on the girl, showing how powerless and small she really is. This ethically evaluative photograph demonstrates Mary Ellen Marks's ability for being able to capture the strength and vulnerability of her young subjects who were typically found in undesirable circumstances that were beyond their control. While she has made a total of 30 books, she is most well known for her book titled Streetwise, which she began shooting for in 1983. Much of this work was published in Life magazine in 1984, but the book itself was published in 1988. Streetwise is a collection of photographs portraying teenagers who make their way through life on the streets of Seattle as pimps, prostitutes, panhandlers, and small-time drug dealers. This photo essay inspired the film Streetwise, which was directed by her husband, the filmmaker Martin Bell. He was inspired by his wife's work in connection with the youth, and the film ended up being nominated for an Academy Award. During this project, Mary Ellen Mark grew a strong connection with one of her subjects named Tiny, who was only 13 years old at the time. Tiny was the subject of many photographs in Streetwise, such as this one here titled Tiny. In this black and white picture, Tiny is clutching a plush toy horse to her chest while longingly looking off into the distance behind the camera, and in the background is what looks to be a deserted carnival. This image has very strong symbolism with things that are typically associated with childhood fun and conveys the message that Tiny is clinging to her childhood but was forced to leave it and grow up in order to survive on the streets. Mark once again produced an ethically evaluative photograph by demonstrating how life on the streets strips children away of their childhood and innocence. By blurring the background, Mark brought the focus of the image to Tiny, especially to the incredibly sad and defeated look on her face. This invoked a deep feeling of sympathy and sorrow within me, and I as a viewer can't help but think about how much injustice there is in the world, especially for children. Mary Ellen Marks continued to shoot Tiny throughout her life, demonstrating how passionate she was about the work she was doing and the people she was photographing. Through her lens, Marks captured the lives of marginalized and often overlooked people, conveying their humanity, resilience, and struggles with society. Her careful attention to composition through her use of framing, light, and intimate angles helped to present the emotions and situations of her subjects, allowing the viewers to connect with them on a much deeper level than they would have been able to before.